This episode is sponsored by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro for free at RamseySolutions.com/invest. You're listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires, where we talk investing, retirement, building wealth, and outrageous generosity.
So let's go on to Will in Scottsdale. Hey, Will, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on? I'm a huge fan of the Ramsey show. You guys helped me get out of debt several years ago, so thank you.
Oh, awesome.
Love to hear it.
For sure. How can we help?
Yeah. I have an interesting question. So basically I'm debt-free. I'm 27. I'm single, not married, no kids. And I'm looking at doing one of two things, and I wanted your guys' advice. So one of the things I was looking to do is I'm originally from Chicago, and I live in Arizona, so I like to go back and forth because I work remote. And I was going to buy a condo in Chicago and have my sister live in it as a renter, kind of almost as like an investment property. And I'm debating if I should do that or just save up for a primary residence here in Arizona. And I'm just kind of confused on what to do.
Are you renting right now for your primary residence?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Yeah, I would save up for sure and buy a house for you first before you think about rental properties. That's kind of the step after your home is even paid off. So when you look to invest, in rental real estate or real estate in general, whether you're going to do flips or long-term rentals, that will be with cash later on after your primary mortgage is even paid off. So I would focus on, saving up a good down payment for something there in Scottsdale. How much do you make a year?
$190,000.
Good for you. What kind of houses do you think? Are you looking at condos or townhomes or single family that you would want to buy for yourself?
A house. One of the things that I'm kind of going through right now is to get a 20% in like the Phoenix market. It's pretty difficult with, how competitive it is
Sure.
out here and how expensive homes are, and especially with interest rates. So I have people telling me, keep waiting, keep saving up, but I'm not really sure what to do because it seems like the prices just keep going up.
Yeah. Well, we tell first-time home buyers you can go down to even 5%. I mean, that 20% to avoid PMI is ideal, but even if you want to go ahead and get in at 5% down, you could do that. So that's an option. And as we're seeing, the prices are not going down. I mean, if anything, and so, in an area like you guys, I mean, it is competitive, and I don't think it's going to skyrocket prices like they did in 21 and 22. Like, it was just crazy. They have slowed down in that sense, but they have continued to go up. So if you have a good down payment, I would go ahead and get in, because to your point, you could just keep getting outpriced. Of it.
So we tell people wait until you're financially ready, but don't wait for the right time in the market. It's kind of like timing the stock market. We don't want to ever do that because you'll end up regretting it usually.
Yeah. Do you have any money saved, Will, now?
$50,000 and then about $75,000 in my 401.
Good for you. Man, you're killing it at 27. Well done.
And no debt. So how much can you save in a given year making $190? How much of that could you sock away and add to like a high yield savings account on top of the 50 for a down payment?
That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just keep stocking away. So, my goal would be to get to 100,000 by the end of this. So we'll see if I can make that happen. But yeah, that would be my goal.
Yeah.
How much would you have to save to get into the market for where you are and what kind of home you're wanting? Do you know? Have you run numbers?
Yeah, I've ran some numbers. In like the Scottsdale Phoenix market, for 20%, I would probably need well over 100,000 for a $400,000 or $500,000 home. I'm thinking about it correctly, but I could also go a little further out in the city and probably get something for around 400, but it would still be a decent sized down payment.
Sure. Yeah.
You could also look at a condo or townhome that will still appreciate in that market, because that was, Whitney and I, when we first got our home when we got married, it was a townhome and appreciated, well over 50% in just a few years. And so it was a great purchase in a great part of town. So there's nothing wrong with doing that, especially as a single guy. You don't know what the future holds and where you'll move to.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things too, is just wondering, like, should I just keep renting until I meet someone and then get married?
Where you are financially, unless there's somebody like that you're dating now, they're like, oh yeah, she lives in, her family's in Connecticut and we may want to move to Connecticut, right? But I probably wouldn't wait. I would go ahead and get in and start that process.
Because even if you move 4 or 5 years from now, it's okay. People move all the time.
Yeah,
so that's not
sure.
a huge deal down the line.
But well done, Will. That's that's incredible. That's I mean, where you're at financially is applauded here. So,
and with rental properties, Rachel, we say we don't want you to be a long distance landlord. And so that's one of the tough parts of managing a property that's multiple states away. Is a difficult thing to do. Of course, you can pay a property manager, but you still have to deal with it. It's not, you're not absolved of all responsibility. You still got to make sure that you're on top of them and that they're hiring the right people and doing good work and charging the right price. So it can be a hassle. And when you involve family in it,
that's what I was going to say too. I was like, and I don't want to be the Grinch here, but
if I'm my brother's landlord,
I mean, there's a lot of family drama that we get on this show of, well, so and so she said she would pay and she hasn't paid, so I'm letting it go a few months. She is my sister, and then you're stuck with a mortgage because you went into the rental property, genre with debt and
you don't want to charge market rent to family, and now you're losing money on this investment. It gets dicey.
Even though the heart's good, the motivation, but I would let your sister find her own place and you do what's best for you, Will, which is to find a primary residence. If you'll be in Scottsdale for the foreseeable future, you're in a really good place financially to really start saving and looking for a down payment soon. So thanks for the call.
Thanks for listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires. Need help with your investments? Connect with a SmartVestor Pro at RamseySolutions.com/invest or click the link in the show notes. Ramsey Solutions is a paid non-client promoter of participating pros. Learn more at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.